Welcome back to Daytime. Are you constantly making excuses for what doesn't feel good and what scares you? If so, you are trashtionalizing. That is twisting the truth rather than being brave enough to face it. Life coach and author Chandra Alexander is here to talk about the lies we tell ourselves when we are dating. And today we are focusing on this trashtionalization. He said he would call. He must be very busy. My phone doesn't seem to be ringing. Have you heard yourself say that, ladies? If you have, listen to Chandra.
Well, I think the whole thing that we're talking about, trashtionalizing, making excuses for what doesn't work. In my book, I separated into different parts, and the first part is on dating and courting. And when a contemporary of mine saw courting, he said to me, people don't court anymore. Do you think that this is really appropriate for this time in our lives? I said, I picked the word that I wanted to use. I wanted to use courting because I think that that's what the problem is. It's not about being equals in terms of opportunity, but understanding that there's a difference between a man and a woman and really enjoying those differences instead of trying to blur those lines.
Yes.
So the trashtionalization we're going to talk about today, he said he would call, he must be busy, is what we tell ourselves, and then we go ahead and we do stuff that's probably not in our best interest.
Yes, well, we should first of all recognize that men and women are different. If a man says he's going to call, let him.
Well,
we underestimate men.
We do underestimate men. I mean, they're not women. You don't want them to be women, but trust me, if a man says he's going to call, you need to let him. There is something in that interchange which from the very beginning sets up a dynamic. What you have at the beginning is what you have in the end. So if a man says he's going to call, and especially at the beginning, isn't that where we're the most excited? If a man doesn't call, you know...
Don't call him.
Not if he says he's going to call.
Right, yes. What if he lost your number? He'll find a way to get it, right?
Well, I'll tell you, men are very, very resourceful.
Right.
And they usually don't lose things that they want to hold on to.
That's true.
Okay.
Ask yourself, have you ever not called someone that you wanted to call?
Well, here we go. You can use yourself as a barometer. If you're confused about that guy out there and you're just not sure what he's doing and you ask your girlfriends who say, go ahead and call him, what you have to say to yourself is, if I wanted to call somebody, no matter who it was, would I go ahead and make the call? I don't know about you, but if I'm in the middle of a big negotiation, I have to make a call and say, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom, and I run out and I make that call because it's somebody that I really want to connect to. If someone wants to connect to you, they're going to make that call.
Do you really believe that a Wall Street mover and shaker cannot get to a phone? Yeah, good point.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it's just amazing when people come to me and say, you know, I know that he's very busy, he's this. I said, you don't understand. I said, men will crawl. A man will crawl to a phone if he needs to make a deal. The same way he'll crawl to a phone if he wants to lock it up, if he wants to make sure that he's going to have a date with you. You see, a woman will never feel loved unless she feels like a prize. You understand?
Yeah,
we need to feel like a prize. We need to feel like something special. And a man will never feel that he loves unless he feels that he has the prize.
All right. Death and in the emergency room are the only acceptable excuses for not calling when you say you're going to call. Yeah, death would do it, yeah.
Death will do it.
Of any kind, whether it's their family member or them.
I'll take death and some emergency rooms, you know.
Okay.
You know, the bottom line is that if someone says they're going to call, this is more about somebody's character. You understand?
Right.
If someone says they're going to call or they would like your card, if you've had bad experiences in the past before and you're giving out your card and you're expecting, I think it's very appropriate to say to someone, you know what, you and I had a nice connection. I don't mind giving you my card, but if you're really not going to call, let's just call it a day.
Right.
Because I don't just hand out my card to anybody. So from the very beginning, you set it up with a certain boundary and you say, you know what, when you say you're going to do something, you need to do it.
I'm with you on that. Do you want to be with a person who says he's going to do something and not do it?
There you go.
Right.
Yeah,
no.
there you go.
If he doesn't follow up on this, he won't follow up on probably a lot of things.
I would really call it a day. If somebody says they're going to call you, if somebody takes your card, if somebody never calls, or they say they're going to call you on Sunday, and then they don't get to you till Thursday, I mean, to me, if someone wants to connect to you,
right.
they do what they say they're going to do. And it's okay to set that boundary. You know what? The quicker you get rid of that person, the sooner somebody else is going to be able to come through that revolving door.
Right. Okay. Well, do you want to be with a person who says he is going to do something and not do it? Do give us a call at 1-800-664-8808 and